Hi there. Now we're going to do lesson 234. Father, today I am your son again. Mother, today I am your daughter again. The words don't really matter. What matters is that you recognize your connection to that divine essence that created you. Paragraph 1. Today we will anticipate the time when dreams of sin and guilt are gone, and we have reached the holy place we never left. The dreams of sin and guilt, the dreams of sin is all of the things that we've been taught that are wrong about us, that when we did them because there was something inside of us that propelled us to do things that we were told were wrong, like we were told it was wrong to speak up when we felt like it was wrong to follow your physical body's urge, you were told that it was wrong to say I love you if it wasn't at the appropriate time, when you were told it was wrong to cry, or you were told that it was wrong for you to know that you were magnificent. When we did things that we were told were wrong, it instilled guilt. We felt guilty that we did these things that we were told were wrong. So we've got to not only let go of our shame, our guilt for having done these things, but we also have to let go that there's anything wrong with us, and that there's anything that anybody could do that is ever wrong. Because when we come back to the truth of who we are, there is pure innocence there. There's only goodness there. But the ego is made up of all of these things that are right or wrong, that make us sinners, that make us bad people, that then instills guilt. But the biggest piece of guilt that we carry is the guilt that we are the ones who are doing this to ourselves by denying our oneness with God. Saying, no, I'm separate from God. I'm going to be my own God here because, God, you don't got it together. I've been told that you're good or bad, or you're punished, and you are judgmental. You're gonna send me to hell, so I'm not gonna listen to you. Well, that instills guilt because we're saying I'm not gonna listen to a part of me that knows my good. So we're cleaning up our mind that's been filled with information that is not true by training our mind with information that is true. So that's what we did in the first part of the lessons. We saw what's true, what's not true, and now in Part 2, we're letting go of what's not true. We are simply anticipating that the dreams of what's not true is going to go away. And we have reached the holy place we never left. We're remembering, oh wow, if I'm not thinking those things that are either wrong or instill guilt and cause my fears, if I don't think that, well then I am where I never left. I am back in that place that I was to begin with before I got layered on with all these things that are not true. So merely a tiny instant has elapsed between eternity and timelessness. So brief the interval, there was no lapse in continuity nor break in thoughts which are forever unified as one. What this states is that the minute that we said, ooh, maybe I am my own God, in that instant, God knew, no, you're not. God knew, you cannot be your own God because I am your God and I created you. And then when we went on to suffer by telling other people, I'm the God of you, I'm the boss of you, which our parents do and our teachers do and our bosses do and the government does, when all of these other people who think that are our gods because we've all been believing the same nonsense, when we begin to say, no, you're not, God is the truth that is in me and I come inside and I feel it, well, we release everybody for the mistakes that they've made and we don't make them sinners. We don't tell them that they're wrong because we don't want them to have guilt. We're releasing our guilt. We want everybody to release their guilt so that we stop perpetuating what is not true. So that we can go back to where we were from the very beginning. The minute that we started the nonsense that I am other than God, or I am God, which makes me other than God, apart and separate from God, just like our children put on the Halloween costume. In the moment that they put the costume on and they said, I'm a witch, we said, no, you're not. We know you're my child. We know you're still that person that we love and adore and is part of our family, but you can go pretend that, but still doesn't change that you are my daughter. It's not going to change that. Just like an actor puts on a costume to play a role. They put on the costume, but everybody there knows, well, you're not that character. You are the actor. We know who you are. That's exactly what God said. In the moment that we decided that we were other than what we are, God said, no, you're not, and waited. God waits for us to come back. Like the friends wait for us to take the costume off, whether it's Halloween or whether we're playing a role in a movie. It doesn't matter. So nothing has ever happened to disturb the peace of God the Father and the Son. This we accept as wholly true today. Nothing separated us from God. It cannot separate us from God. We just have a thought that we're separated. If I walk around thinking that I am a doctor and I'm not really a doctor, I can have a thought that I'm a doctor and go to a clinic and say, hey, I want to get a job because I'm a doctor. And people might interview me. They don't ask me for my credentials right away. They won't know any different. I can walk around with a doctor's outfit on. That doesn't make me a doctor. So we can walk around thinking a thought that doesn't make us what we're not. It cannot make us something other than what we are. So again, nothing has ever happened to disturb the peace of God the Father and the Son. So God knows that we're one, connected always and forever, and we know it in our hearts. This we accept as wholly true today. Today, let it be the day that I receive. Today, Father, today I am your son again. Father, today I am your daughter again. I accept the truth of who I have been always. Today is the day that I'm going to stop believing illusions. I'm going to remove those blocks. I'm going to not pretend I'm the costume. I'm not going to pretend that I'm a doctor. I'm not going to pretend that I'm Laina, a separate person. I am going to accept the truth of who I am. And now let's go to paragraph 2, which is the prayer. We thank you, Father, that we cannot lose the memory of you and of your love. We recognize our safety and give thanks for all the gifts you have bestowed on us, for all the loving help we have received, for your eternal patience, and the word which you have given us that we are saved. There's nothing to add to that beautiful prayer. Thanks a bunch, and I'll see you in the next lesson.